masterpiece. A title reserved only for the greatest works of art to ever exist. In the medium of video games, works such as The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, Undertale, and Elden Ring may appear in the conversation for what is deserving of being called a masterpiece. And while these games are all excellent, all deserving, there is but one game that deserves this same distinction that you have never heard of before. It is a game about man's resolve to survive in a world that no longer cares for him, his struggle against the vultures who circle him. An unassumingly dark work of art which has its themes go right over the heads of the unwashed masses. It is a game truly brimming with material for a pretentious video essay. So what game is this? Well, get yourself a drink, sit right back, and let me spin you a tale about Get Off My Lawn. Now, this might look like a crappy student project that was only made over the course of a few days. And that's because it is. You see, I made Get Off My Lawn my senior year of college at Denison University. I took a game design class, and this is one of the first projects we did. However, I only realized the unintentional genius of Get Off My Lawn after I experienced the delusions of grandeur that come standard with deciding to share my opinions on the internet. In Get Off My Lawn, you play as an old man living in a Midwestern American suburban neighborhood. Due to the biggest exports of the Midwest being depression and emo culture, the years living here working a blue-collar job have exhausted you emotionally and physically. In your isolation from a culture that has viewed you as disposable, the world has forgotten you. Every time you peek your head out your front door, all you hear is saccharine, hedonistic music and the laughter of children who view themselves to be invincible. It's sickening. These children nowadays, they all follow the same anti-conformist trends so that they end up looking and acting the same way. It makes you angry. But at least you have the comfort of your home to return to. What's this? They're trespassing on your lawn. In a moment of rage, you do the only thing you know that is appropriate for a homeowner. That was one of them, but more approach. At this point in the game, you are tasked with defending your lawn from the hordes of children playing in the street. You attack them and hear them screech in agony, fending them off. The children continue to approach, invading at an exponential rate. You need to keep fending them off, suffering under the offensively high volume sound effects. However, a very interesting design decision, and by design decision I mean oversight, is that there is no true win-loss condition to this game. The game will just continue to send infinite waves of children at you. And while they won't initiate a game over state or kill you, the sheer amount of children spawning in will just steal so much memory from your computer, so many digital resources from your computer that the game will just decide to kill itself. It'll just die at some point. Alright, so I'm coming back to the game after leaving it for an hour or so, and you can see we're getting less than 1 frame per second. It's just screen's dead. Yeah, the task manager shows that this tab is consistently, with all the children that were spawning, consistently just increasing in memory usage. It's just not going back down. I think that's looking around 350, 360 megabytes. You can delay this game's inevitable death, but it will come eventually. Time will begin to slow down, movement will become agonizing, and the game will no longer be fun, just like how humans age and die in real life. For this reason, Get Off My Lawn serves to be a powerful allegory for the loss of control as we age. We begin to regard the culture of the youth after us with disdain and resentment, but our attempts to shout down the rising sun will lead us to nothing but a helpless demise. Yet, we still try. We all still play the game. We consistently struggle against impossible odds. For it is the indomitable human spirit which we all possess, which would rather die standing than to live kneeling. Defiant until the end, we hear the call to carry on. thank you for coming to my TED Talk today. I hope you enjoyed our brief sojourn into overanalyzing a student project. You know our English teachers would be proud of us today. I hope to see you again here. I make unhinged video games and videos about them, so if that sounds fun to you, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you again. Bye-bye.